started out, I was the photographer for Rolling Stone. I'll accept the photo as I'm asked to talk a little bit about the digital Chet, and I wrote a few words that may spark a memory, so there's only about 4 or 5 of them. Actually, I'd like to share a poem with you, and I'll try to compress all of this. Well, it says here, my life is an open book, and Chet liked to express that. I knew Chet, 35 years ago. He was the rock promoter, I was the voyeur photographer, and I was kind of shy back then. I never really got intimately close with him, but I loved to photograph him. And I did have the good fortune to become friends with him about 10 years ago, and we got to be buddies. And that is one of the great things I'll always be thankful for. And for me, he was one of my very best friends, and there are fewer than I can say in one hand and use that expression. But I'll tell you this, the inverse of that is that Chet had probably scores of best friends. The intimacy that I felt I had with him, many people had. This is a man who had a great heart, an open heart, and for those of you who had the good fortune to know him at all, you got it. You picked that up right away. My friend Thea here, who's spent some great hours with him in the last year or two of his life, spotted him across the room without even having had a word, and she got it about Chet. And she was right. Chet was not particularly a moviegoer. I am. I love to go to movies. And why didn't he go to movies? I think his life was a movie. And he loved people. And he loved the characters in life. And he filled his days and his hours with people, whether it was going out to see friends at Pena or Horizons, Water Street Grill, or any number of great musicians, Merle, etc., etc. Or to be on the telephone. He loved the phone. He loved to chat. We loved to diss. We loved to share our joys and our sorrows about people in our life. And I'm going to miss that, because there aren't too many people who can fill that hole for me, and I know for you. The digital Chet. That was one of the great items that he shared, was this the amazing revolution in the digital medium. We loved to talk photography, and we actually had the same camera for a while, so that was wonderful. Not only was I able to share whatever knowledge I had, he was a great student. He knew so much. He was my go-to man where the deals were on the internet, and what software I should use, and he solved many of my own problems. I had the fortune to teach a HTML class in web design. It was 4 full days, and Chet came and he stayed. I couldn't believe it, but he loved it, and it was great to have him. Okay. Anyway, let me just read this poem. Chet once got a call. I'm sure it went to his Teleadore answering service, but that was the Paul McCartney who rang it off. And they finally got through, and Paul handed the phone to his wife, Linda, and talked to Chet. And this was about supporting the anniversary, 30th anniversary of Summer Love. And unfortunately, we lost Linda McCartney. And we had a memorial for her, which Chet organized. And I found this poem, which I showed to Chet, and he loved it, and he read it to Linda, and I'd like to just share it with you all. It's called The Song of the River. The snow melts on the mountains, and the water runs down to the spring. And the spring, the turbulent fountain, with a song of youth to sing, runs down to a riotous river, and the river flows to the sea. And the water again goes back in rain to the hills, where it used to be. And I wonder if life's deep mystery isn't much like the rain and the snow, returning through all eternity to the places it used to know. For life was born on lofty heights and flows in a laughing stream to the river below, whose onward flow ends in a peaceful dream. And so at last, when our life has passed and the river has run its course, it again goes back for the selfsame track to the mountain which was its source. So, why prize life, or why fear death, or dread what is to be? The river ran its allotted span till it reached the silent sea. And then the water harked back to the mountaintop to begin its course once more. So we shall run the course begun till we reach the silent shore. Then revisit earth in pure rebirth from the heart of the virgin snow. So, don't ask why we live or die, or whither or when we go, or wonder about the mysteries that only God may know. Thank you so much.